Well, hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk to you about borderline personality disorder and paranoid personality disorder because I think these two disorders can be comorbid. Okay, let's take a look at some of the criteria for both disorders and then you can make your own decision. And I'm going to expound upon what the criteria says and tell you some things that I've noticed personally. So, with borderline personality disorder, of course, you're going to see the fear of abandonment. They're going to do some things to keep from being abandoned. And there's one area in the criteria that says antagonism characterized by hostility, a persistent or frequent angry feeling, anger or irritability in response to minor slights and insults. So that may overlap a bit with paranoid personality disorder, or that piece might make someone argue that that's the paranoia that you're seeing, that they really don't have paranoid personality disorder. But I believe that some of them do. What's interesting about paranoid personality disorder is that in some circles it's really thought to be hereditary, whereas people can say that borderline personality disorder is also hereditary, but there are a lot more implications that point to there not being bonding in the critical first 3 years of a person's life, and the frontal lobes have wired around that. I also sometimes kind of wonder if that can happen at later periods in life, because I've known some borderlines where something tragic happened in childhood, but later in childhood, and they seem to have developed the disorder. So maybe they already had the genetic disposition for it and it just exasperates it. I'm not sure. So let's take a look at paranoid personality disorder so that you can get a picture of what I'm talking about when I say that this person with borderline personality disorder is also showing these traits. They suspect without sufficient basis that others are exploiting, harming, or deceiving them, and this is all coming from the Diagnostic Manual of Disorders. They are preoccupied with unjustified doubts about the loyalty or trustworthiness of friends or associates, is reluctant to confide in others because of unwarranted fear that the information will be used maliciously against them, reads hidden demeaning or threatening meanings into benign remarks or events, persistently bears grudges. So, for example, they're unforgiving of insults, injuries, or slights, perceives attacks on their character or reputation that are not apparent to others, and is quick to react angrily or to counterattack. And then finally, they can have recurrent suspicions without justification regarding fidelity of a spouse. So these people can be very, very difficult to deal with. Very difficult. They can make someone's life absolutely miserable. And I'm thinking in terms of the workplace. So I'm going to bounce back and forth between the two personality disorders and try to give you a picture of what it might really look like in reality. So picture the workplace. I think that's a best place to think about this disorder in, where it may really manifest. So the person who has this disorder, they're going to have a favorite person. That's what I generally see, which a lot of borderlines have a favorite person. Some borderlines, they kind of grab lots of people and put them on the shelf, and they may do things for a special favor. So in case I need you, then you'll come running for me. So they have lots of people at their disposal. I think they all have a favorite person, but someone with paranoid personality disorder, they could be kind of friendly with people as well, which is also interesting, because if you don't trust people, why are you so friendly? They usually are friendly to a lot of people, and they show them this bubbly, friendly, popular side to themselves. Now, it doesn't mean that they're going to trust you to totally bond with them. They may be a little bit slower than a borderline, than just someone with borderline personality disorder to just attach, even though I think all borderlines are highly selective, but some borderlines may just grab anybody in desperations to attach to someone and not be abandoned. So they may have a lot of associates that they are friendly with and happy with and smiley with. And those people, some of them may think "Oh, something is up with that person." But a lot of them will be like, "You're so sweet. You always give me hugs. You always say sweet things." They're also going to have a favorite person, and that favorite person could be at work, or they might have a favorite person outside of the workplace. But they're going to have that person that they attach to. And just think of it this way: if you're always paranoid about people and they're going to, they're talking about me or they're saying this or that about me, it's nice to have a favorite person that you can go to or cling to. Now, that can become a little bit challenging for the person who has become the favorite person, because that person might isolate their favorite person if they work with them, because they're not going to want anyone to take their favorite person away from them, or they're not going to want to share their favorite person, so they may kind of isolate that person. And what happens is, and this happens in a lot of borderline situations, they may be very kind and sweet and friendly and not show many signs to their favorite person or to other associates that they are friendly with or just need that quick hug from. But then the people that they are having the paranoid personality tendencies towards, those people are catching hell. And it's very hard for those people to explain to people, hello, this person is being very abusive to me. Like, I'm really having a difficult time here because they're destroying me. Like, the way they treat me, it's like I have to sign in and sign out all day long, because there goes the borderline. It's like, okay, I don't trust you, or I don't trust you to come back. I hate you, but I also don't want you to abandon me. So they're picking on the people, controlling them, doing all kinds of things. And it could have started, it usually starts with an insult or a slight, and then it's on. And for some reason, their mind always picks out some people to have paranoia towards, and those people are going to catch it. Sometimes those people may say, "Why are you being paranoid? I haven't done anything to you. I'm not saying anything about you. Where is this coming from? You always think somebody's out to get you." And it's their imagination. They may say, "I feel things. I feel things. I have a knowingness. It's an intuition." And they can justify things that just don't make sense. But there's usually somebody that they're attacking, that they're going against, that they've turned on, and it's crazy. They read hidden demeaning or threatening meanings into remarks that someone makes, where they turn it into something that it's absolutely not. I remember this person with paranoid personality disorder thought that because someone was helping her family member that she was having some issues with, that that person was out to get her, and it wasn't making any sense at all. So if they feel, they have suspicions towards you, or they're afraid that you are exploiting them, then they're going to attack you. They're going to start attacking you with a vengeance. They're going to go after your job. They're going to turn you in. They're going to try to get you fired. They're going to try to control you. They're going to be rude to you, cold, disrespectful, and but they're paranoid that you are out to get them. So they don't feel like they can trust you. So, but the borderline component says that, well, I have to have this safe person because sometimes I don't feel real, or I don't know who, I don't have an identity, which they usually struggle with that anyway. But that person that they connect with it's very interesting, because I don't know that someone with paranoid personality disorder would have to have someone that they were attached to because they don't really trust people. So it's not schizophrenia, but, and I think it could slide under the radar of being schizophrenic, but sometimes when people have delusions, they can feel like they're hearing things or that people are out to get them or that type of thing. But it's different from that because I don't think that they're hearing voices or anything like that, but they definitely are very bad at reading hidden demeaning or threatening meanings into things, that someone makes a simple statement and you're out to get me. So they are very suspicious, but they don't have a good basis to justify the suspicion. They can't really explain why they think someone is exploiting them and deceiving them. And the scary thing about that is they can also turn on family members who have done nothing to them. And it's very confusing. People who have to deal with them say the person is just impossible. They are so difficult to get along with. I'm trying to be nice and it doesn't matter. So if you thought someone was out to get you, you probably would operate differently than you would if you didn't, but it's a figment of their imagination. But like I said, ironically, they tend to be very, very kind to their favorite person. Their favorite person may start to notice that some of their stories are not making sense. Like, wait, why are you attacking that person? What did they do? If the person has borderline personality disorder, you're going to see some impairments in personality functioning, like in their identity. They might have an unstable self-image, so they may change wigs every single day, and you're like, okay, who are you today? And they tell you who they are today, and there's just something that's always ever changing about their personality. They may do things to get attention, have mood swings. They may have difficulty with making plans and establishing those plans and following the plans as outlined in the criteria for borderline personality disorder. The favorite person is also going to be a point in which you can see abandonment fears, because if their favorite person is not available to them one day, let's say they want to talk on the phone every single day, and for some reason that person doesn't pick up the phone or doesn't talk to them for a couple of days, they're going to confront the favorite person. Why didn't you answer the phone? Why haven't you called me? I thought something bad happened to you. I was going to contact your other family members or your coworkers because I thought something bad happened to you. So that is a stress point for the favorite person, where you see some of the borderline personality tendencies coming out. These borderlines are also going to depend on their favorite person to give them some of their identity, because they are not going to know who they are. And it's different from a teenager who's trying to figure out who they are and what they like and what makes them them and all of that. They're not going to know at all. Like, that's an empty space. It's hard for them to say, I'm lively, I'm excitable, I'm go with the flow, I like structure, I like schedules in my day. They're not gonna have a clue. It's gonna be a place of just blank space. As much personality as they have, they don't have a clue. So it's just fascinating to deepen our understanding of these disorders, because I definitely have encountered people who have been very confused by when they have to deal with someone with these disorders and they don't understand what's going on and they can't figure it out. It's really stressful and painful for them as well. So if you'd like me to do more videos like this, then please like the video. I'd appreciate it if you share this video with other people who are also interested in these topics, and be sure to subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate that so much. So have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.